EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Then he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 29, Prescott escaping. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. On the RPO, Prescott's going to... And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
The conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone. Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. Guys are able to strike first here in this opening. Do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the linemen and receivers who were blocking for him? They're great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. For Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Let's meet the offense. Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen? They just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from his own end zone. And no, this one is that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they'll be looking at the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the second.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Dancing away at the 35. Ezekiel Elliott goes at the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. With a touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-9. It took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. Stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down right at the 5-yard line. The previous play, they got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. It's one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Off play action, there's Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Let it go on the run. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you're onto that, they fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6-yard pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch.
And he fires one, intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 5-yard line.
Back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the move to his left. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Elliott running right. Runs through the contact.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 150 in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Marr on for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catch. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. That throw good for only a couple. Up 3rd down. And they're looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he went down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Now Mayfield. And the catch made by Johnson. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it, the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. To escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now Chubb takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Let's make these babies cry.
From the gun, Mayfield. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Austin. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. An impressive 75-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Spins away. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable that even from the 15-yard line, what are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Chubb on the counter, and an alley to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now a play fake here on first down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Again, it's Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jalen Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fourth down, and on is Greg Joseph for the Browns field goal. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 61 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run. Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
180.
First down.
We own it. We own it.
They run again on first down. Chubb trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Second and 10 at the 48.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Mayfield to throw it. That's taken in by Callaway. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Mayfield on play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front.
Now Mayfield lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
My grandmother did the same. It smelled terrible. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some more.
And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag,
Offside.
but it looked like a clear
Defense.
offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I
would
don't
do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That's caught inside the 20.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Hey, we got Mike.
Elliott able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
53, check 53. Watch the road, watch the road.
Again, it's Elliott. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on a tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Delay of game. Offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. Oh, he breaks another. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott to throw it. Rolling to his left. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. on offense.
They can't help